There are 20 candles and lanterns around the worlds that you can light or need to light if you want an achievement. That's really all it gives you. Well, that, and it adds some light to the world around you. So here's the first one, just right from the beginning. You just walk down, you have a lighter. I don't know where she got it. Yes, I see that there's a door there, 6. Can you look at me, look at the screen. In the prison, after you open the refrigerator and a gnome runs past, follow the gnome through the little hole in the wall. Where the gnome will be standing next to the lantern. Go ahead and light it. In the prison, you're gonna get up top above the refrigerator and be running from some leeches and flipping a lever switch. And it's right here. I thought that came into this room. That's why oh, they do come in this room. Okay. Bye. The next lantern is after falling down into a room filled with leeches. Just leave the room, jump across, and right over here. Next lantern. The next lantern is after climbing up the, I think it's bedding or sheets, something like that. You'll drop down into a bathroom. It's right there. They're so tiny. Like the lanterns, I mean, compared to that sink. The next lantern in the prison is after you get past this eyeball. You can see it right up there. Ooh. The next lantern, after the one that you can see right there, is in a secret room, so we gotta climb. Climb. You'll probably have found it already if you saw the gnome over there. It's just in the room with the gnome. There you go. Now you get some light to look at your gnome paintings. Eventually you're going to enter a room with the prison's janitor and a bunch of children. He does leave the room, but right here between these beds, before you leave the room, is a candle. The next lantern's gonna be in this room full of cages. You have to ascend it, so you're not gonna miss this one. Oh, come on. The final lantern on the prison is when you have to push this thing down the hole. Before you do that, just walk over to your left. In the lair, while climbing the stairs at the very beginning, go into the first room on top of this desk. It's a lantern. It's also a lantern we can use. When 6 gets hungry again and you're moving down the corridor before going all the way down there, there's the next lantern. After being captured, just rock yourself out till you fall down, and then there's a hole in the door, or a gap in the door, not a hole in the door. This is the other side where we first started. As long as you're following the story, you'll have no problem finding the next candle. It's right here in the bathroom. He keeps it next to his guillotine. Who puts a shovel on a guillotine in the bathroom, bro? I guess it's just a bathroom. All that's in here is a bath. That's it. You'll eventually drop down into the vents while escaping the janitor, and then just right there. Boom. After being chased by the janitor, you'll find yourself in this room. There'll be a piano swinging, and there's the candle. Right there, another one. Continuing forward in the lair, you'll find yourself in this part of the library. You have to hide from him, just head on up, and there's the next candle. After you turn on the TV, the janitor will be temporarily distracted. So you can go over and do the candle that's here on the bottom shelf. After jumping across the piano, top of these books, is your next candle. The final lantern in the lair will be right here. Once you're in the vents, right before you go forward. Before you go to the arms, I didn't want to spoil it, but I mean, it's right here. It's gonna happen. Arms come out. There's your final lantern. In the kitchen, in the actual first kitchen-y area, near the exit door where you need a key, on top of this white shelf, is our first lantern. As you progress through the kitchen level, you'll end up in the bathroom. The candle's right up there, you can see it. Just gotta get on the toilets. These two sitting next to each other while they friggin' shit. Because they're also both pretty large. After making it to the meat grinder, you realize you need to get some meat to grind, so you go up to the little thingy, what is it called, a dumbwaiter? Go through this little opening right there. Our next lantern. When you go to the place where the second chef is at, you can either go straight here or go in the other room and convince him to go somewhere else. But all the way over here, and on the right side of the room, is a candle. The final lantern in the kitchen, after you climb up, before you go to them, there's this wall of pots and pans. You're gonna climb that. You'll see hooks going past. You don't really need the hooks, but if you want to wait for a hook, that's the final lantern. Oh, come on. I jumped. At the start of the guest area mission, once you drop down from the hole, just immediately turn around and go into another hole. There's the first lantern of this chapter. Still trying to light it. In the guest area, you'll get into this room with a long counter that you're gonna eventually have to run across. Before you do that, as you make your way to the right, a gnome will run and go under that stool into this room. Here. You want lighter? The next candle will be on the counter. You can see it between these two right here. So the good news is you only need 20, so you probably already have your 20 before then. You don't get anything for doing all of them. I'm just showing all of them. The other good news is once it's lit, it stays lit. You don't gotta try it again. So if these guys end up killing you while you're trying to light it, you don't really need to worry about it. Come on. She was still in the animation, so I couldn't do anything. As soon as the animation was done, he grabbed me. But yeah, that once it's lit, you're fine. See, still lit. After riding the elevator up, just directly in front of you, lantern. After the chase sequence, oh, they all just go right back to normal, don't they? You'll swing across, and then right over in the corner, this is the final lantern of the game. There are no more after this, or at least there are in the DLCs, but no more after this one. Did I light it?